bows. That's correct. You ended up top 8 here at YCS Prague with Qliphort.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say before we go to the next?
Shout out to Qliphort who I travelled with, all the English guys that like really had a good time with them, and Rivalry of the Warlords was the best cars.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, yeah, let's do this.
Okay, so obviously you got
yeah.
So you got 3 Scout, Self-Explanatory, and Top 1 Monolith. Really good cards. We tested the cat build. It was okay, but this was more consistent than what it did, so it was a lot better. 2 disc and 2 stealth. I much prefer this over disc. I only really like searched this out to summon it, tribute someone once, and that was to OTK someone. I really wish I had played 3 of these. If I'd have played 3 of these, I would have won like a couple more matches. But I think this is just a much better standalone card than this in this particular build. It's more control. 3 carrier, 3 units. Some people have been dropping this, but again, for the first turn combo you can do with stealth, where you open scout, monolith, stealth, 2 of these, it just makes that more consistent. And the fact that you've got the option to side one out as well, it just is pretty good. That's it for the monsters. That's pretty much it.
Any reason you didn't main any like hand trap monsters like Maxi or Vela?
They weren't relevant. You know, like BA was like none of this tournament, and Vela is just really bad. And again, it's all about the going first, going second, which like in Netflix is really important. So I just don't think they're very good. And plus, they don't get you where you want to go. Like next, Quill, you want to kill your opponent, and Vela doesn't kill your opponent. It just stops it from playing. And I've got more than enough purple cards to do that. So got 3 vanities. Again, really good cards. You know, overall, like a lot of neck-off builds didn't even main MST, so their actual main neckouts to this were like limited to like decisive armor and like not very good. So usually, when you flip that usually win your game 1. I talked to a lot of really good neck-off players as well, and they actively admitted that they were just prepared to lose game 1 for not maining MST, which I think if you're playing the best deck, if you're self-admitting that you're actively prepared to lose the first game, that's really bad Yu-Gi-Oh! So, 3 Mind Crush. Again, really strong. Everything searches. There was only one match where it was dead, and that was against Shadol, because I couldn't make a read on anything. You don't really want to make a read on anything, but again, really strong card. Maxed out, Skill Drain, again, really good card, push for extra damage, good against, it's a floodgate against pretty much everything. There's not, apart from the mirror, again, that's the only thing to get to. 2 Phoenix Chain, some people decided to run Mirror Force over this, however, I prefer this as a card for 2 reasons. The most prevalent reason this weekend was when I established a full board against Qliphort, and when I attacked and they Valkyried, I Phoenix Chain my own guy and then like attacked the game. That was a play. And yeah, I prefer effect negation. You don't really have to worry about clearing the board, because if you're pushing the game anyway, you've got more than enough things to like bounce things and whatever. So yeah, I prefer Phoenix Chain. Very good card. Recreate. Not a lot of people play this, but you should play it for this event, because you know you're going to play against Qliphort in most games. It's a searchable Phoenix Chain. In my feature match as well, so in my top 8 feature match, it caused a lot of confusion with Alpine, because I don't think he's ever read the card or seen the card before. So, but yeah, that was really good. I thought I'd side it up more than what I did. I ended up keeping it in more, which was good. So yeah, I really like that card. More for the surprise factor. Drawing it is terrible though. You always want to search it at the right time, but as a standalone one of it, it's pretty good. Spells. 3 Summoners Up, Self-Explanatory, 3 Sacrifice. So, obviously we're going for upstarts. The psychology going into this event is that against Qliphort, they would actively go seconds because they want to either kill you or they feel they can do more and more cards. So which is great for us, because we want to establish a field and we want to set up. So obviously we've 5 cards. You want to play the upstart engine and the dualities as well, just to get to your scout, and that kind of gets the thing rolling. I prefer playing it as well. What I generally found as well is that the more and more Qliphort players I played, the decks got smaller and smaller. So one thing I found out like early on was I used to ask people how many cards you playing, and use if it's 42, 43, 41, whatever, they're playing Qliphort. Against sort of especially day 2, I played nothing but Qliphort. They all play 40. So I think that says something. You know, that you should only play 40 cards anyway. MSC. Again, we weren't going to play this for the same reason Qliphort wasn't playing it. The fact that it's dead against the most problem I should play. However, if you don't play this against rogues, or again the first 4 rounds, I wouldn't have been half as good. So it was really good. This is a really bad card, and it should be banned. I'd rather have Raigeki at 3 than have Satchel at 1. It's just so bad for the game. You need to play it. I only drew it like 3 times today, and so apart from the feature which I played, and most of it was to steal my own guy back. That's the only thing that it did. I didn't proactively do anything else with it. I ended up signing it out against Qliphort in those games as well, just for the fact that it doesn't really do anything against them. They've got Valk, and it's just really bad. So yeah, that's the main deck.
This is me.
Yep. Right, I'm going to quickly run over the extra deck.
Yep.
And I didn't summon 1 monster all total. So yeah. So irrelevant. So that was the extra deck. Completely pointless, completely useless. I may as well have played, well, whatever. I may as well have played like Spirit Beast extra deck, and it would have made a blind bit of difference. The only thing I think would have been relevant would have been Cowboy, which I'll show you about the extra deck in a minute. About OTK, you could play against a really bad player in the mirror match. And this is the side deck. So aside as 1 disc, 2 Vanities Fiend. I really regret doing this now. I thought I would play more mirror matches than what I actually did. These are against Qliphort going seconds, and again, just general hate against good against Shadell as well. So, by the way. So yeah, they were really good. The reason behind this was the fact that I sided 3 Stormforth for the mirror. Generally in the mirror, people decide to go first. I generally decide to go second. But if they activate Scout, Search, Summon Monster, Sacrifice, if you just Stormforth disc, tack, that's game on its own. Or if they haven't paid for Scout, you can just Cowboy them. That's game. That's the only kind of time that would have been relevant. But yeah, these were okay. They weren't as good, but I didn't play as many mirrors, so they were kind of redundant. Standalone MSC, again that was going against Rogue, again that helps. 2 Storm, I only sided this in 2 games, and one was against the Tellers and one was in the mirror match, and both times that I drew it, it was really, really good. I didn't test it enough to decide it more, give a more defined opinion about it, but there's something in this. I really like this, so I'll probably try something around that next. It'd be more prevalent in more back row heavy format as well, yeah. But at the minute it wouldn't have been right main in it, put it that way. Side these in against the 1 mirror match that I played, they worked. Solemn Warning, me and my friend played the exact same build, apart from 1 extra deck card space. I played 1, he played Bottomless. I decided to play Warning because there was a reason behind it. I think it was like, it was against the Qliphort. Bottomless does stuff, but like for example, when you go first against the Qliphort, you're really scared of Excitement Knight, especially like if you've only got like the 1 thing to physically stop it. For example, Skill Drain, they've got MST Twister, so this dealt with the problem, and they couldn't respond to it with Eclipse or anything like that. So I don't think either one would have been better or worse, but yeah, it was pretty good. The best card of the weekend was this. Yeah, honestly, this won me so many games, and literally the look on people's faces when you flipped it over was just amazing. So you know, you sort of again, you go first because they're actively going seconds because they feel that we can deal with your floodgate card. So they summon a Manju, that's fine. They search, you flip Rivalry, and then they go. Okay. Yeah. They show you their hand, and obviously that combos really well with Mind Crush as well. But again, it's just the information, knowing that they have Valk, knowing that they have shitloads of mirrors that they can't use. And one thing you can do as well is that if you proactively leave them with their 1 monster, they can't recycle the mirrors, so they can't search the MSCs faster. So basically, you can put yourself into a position where you have this or have Fiendish Chain, establish a massive board, and then play around Valk. So Yeah, I honestly cannot stress how important this was. If I'd not played this, I would not have got half as far as what I did. So yeah, that's the best card of the weekend. I basically played Rather of the Warlord up there. So.
Okay. Yeah, Chris. Any last words? Anything you want to say?
Then you were great. Prague is beautiful. Everything's dirt cheap. Yeah, everything went really well, better than what I expected. So again, shout out to everyone that I came with. Thank you for letting me do some chance.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Chris Balls. Thanks for that. And congrats to your top 8 spot in YCS Prague. Thank you.
Thank you.